What's up, fam? Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. Today we are taking a look at some really cool stuff from our friends at Vosteed, but also from our friends at CountyComm. So you can see here we do have a special edition CountyComm patch. This is what they are using on all of their collaboration knives and or collaboration knives with Vosteed anyway. You guys have seen this previously with the Nightshade Mini that we have done a video on. So that should give you a little bit of a sneak preview into the knife that we're looking at today. So we are actually taking a look at the Nightshade, the full-size Nightshade, and this is the collaboration with CountyComm on the Nightshade. So they chose to use the thumb stud variant. So just a little bit of housekeeping on the Nightshade itself. Some spec-wise, we are looking at a 3.2-inch blade, and then we are looking at 7.48 inches overall, and it is a 4-ounce knife in this configuration. Get some of the schmutz off of the blade there. So, you know, of course, just like with the Mini Nightshade, they are using an Ultem scale. We also have a brass pivot collar here on this version. There's a few other upgrades, some of which you've probably already seen, but we'll go through everything here as we go in a little deeper. Now this is sold as a kit, just like with the Mini Nightshade. So you do get a flashlight with the kit. So here we have the Maritac Back to Basics flashlight. We'll cover that in this overview as well. But you get both of those for $99. And then, of course, if you use code BE.EDC, saves you 10%. You'll knock, basically $9 off of that, and, get it for 90 bucks. So not a terrible deal when you consider it's a $40 flashlight. And then, usually about a $60 knife or so. Again, really cool. Like I said, I like that they are doing these Ultem knives, and this one is stonewash liner, stonewash blade. It turns out really well. But let's go ahead and jump right on into this guy and let you guys see it up close and personal here. So again, taking a look, we do have the Ultem scales. So it does state on their website that it is Ultem. The box says PEI, but I'm going to go with what they say on the website, that they are actually using Ultem on these. And then it is a brass pivot collar there. As you can see, it looks really nice against the Ultem. Now there's what you'll see is the biggest difference, or one of the biggest upgrades. Excuse the dog hair there. Get that dog hair out of there. You see the biggest upgrade on this Nightshade. This is the only Nightshade. The only way you can get it is with this CountyComm collaboration. Is the only way you can get a left-hand friendly Nightshade. So this is the only version that does have the cutouts for left-handed. Taking a look, of course, it is perfectly centered. But I do like that little light micro milling there on the Ultem. Of course, just like the standard Nightshade, open pillar construction. The Vosteed typical folded deep carry pocket clip. And of course, typical with Vosteed, you do have the T6 and T8 hardware. Again, same thing that we've seen with all of the Nightshades. You do have that really nice shilling cutter blade. That this one is a really nice deep stonewash. And then on these, you do have an upgraded titanium thumb stud. And then as well, the stonewashed liners. So you'll see those liners there are stonewashed as well. It is Nitro V, and you see these are individually numbered, so they are only making 500 of these, same as with the Mini. So they are a limited run. And of course, with Vosteed, you've always got fantastic job on the sharpening. And then, of course, with the Nightshade, you do have a pretty quick plunge grind there. It does terminate pretty quickly, so you've got a decent amount of room there for sharpening, but the sharpening choil itself is really nice. Even with the thumb studs there, you still have plenty of room to get in there. Lockup, of course, is fantastic. What's not to love about it? So like I said, these things, it's a Nightshade, guys. These things are some of the best EDC knives that you can get. You guys know that this is probably my favorite as far as everyday carry Vosteed. This thing is just absolutely sweet. I think it's great now that they the CountyComm did get the lefties involved and actually make it left-hand friendly. So that's something that's, I think is a very long time coming. Now, I think the Nightshade Pro, they're calling it, I believe, with the anchor lock, the V anchor lock, is, I believe that one will be lefty friendly as well. But yeah, I really enjoy the thumb stud action on this. They're really good thumb studs. This is the only version I didn't have, so I've got all of the all of the versions of the Nightshade, and I have multiple of the mini Nightshades. I do have the original. This is actually a prototype of the CountyComm mini Nightshade, so it's not even numbered. But you can get both of these still, so just keep that in mind. So there are very few of the minis left, so you can still get these. They are the adjustable lock system here. These have a really strong, really stout spring in them. Probably one of the best crossbar actions I've seen in quite a while. This is, like I said, this one's really good. It's way heavier, way more blade retention than my premium Nightshade minis, the S35 and carbon fiber. And it doesn't have anywhere near the blade retention that this one has. So definitely a good job on that. And it's adjustable as well. It's actually adjusted all the way tight, and it's still not as tight as that. But anyway, and then of course, you know, you've got the premium, the standard premium that has the blade hole and the flipper. So you can see it is literally the exact same knife. It's just now they have it with a thumb stud and lefty friendly. So let's go ahead and set this off here. We'll go ahead and talk about the flashlight for a minute. So it is called the Back to Basics flashlight, and it is just that. It's a very basic flashlight. It does accept AAA or 14500 batteries, and the regular rechargeables as well. So you can literally put any AAA size battery in here, which is fantastic. I absolutely love that they did that. It does come with spare O-rings and a little key claw there, so you can clip it if you do choose to take the pocket clip off. I have carried this guy a little bit. It's a really nice light. It does come with the diffuser as well. The diffuser does glow, so you can get that glowed up, and it'll shine for you. But let's go ahead and take a quick look here at the light itself. So again, a very simple light. And again, as its name suggests, it is back to basics. It does have a removable keyring spot here, removable lanyard loop there. And there is all of your information, the mirror tack and everything. Really nice knurling all around the entire thing. Again, removable and reversible pocket clip, so you can move it to either side, so you can have bezel up or bezel down. And it does have a smooth reflector, so it is going to be a more of a spot than a flood, but on a light this small, it's really going to kind of do both, honestly. Now the lumen output on this, again, it's a very basic light. You're looking at 220 or 50. So it has a 220 lumen high and a 50 lumen low, and it's 1 hour on 220 or 5 hours on 50. And then it has a strobe function, which, because the light's only on half the time, it does 2 hours. So it's just, again, as the name suggests, it's simple. So you turn it on, it comes on high. You do a half click, it'll go down to low. And you do another half click, it'll go into strobe. And then right back to high. So I have found that if you cycle through it quickly, you can turn it off and on. But as long as you leave the light off for, I think, 5 seconds or so, when you turn it back on, it will come back to high. It won't continue to cycle through. So here you can see we're back on high. You can also do a twist function. So if you want to have the light just on and have it partially unscrewed, you can do it that way as well, to where just whenever you turn the light on, it will come on for you. And then, of course, like I said, you can cycle through that way as well. Personally, I like the clicker. It does have a really nice button on it. It's very well made. I think that's part of why it is even being such a small basic flashlight, they are considering it at a $40 value. And I don't know if that's full retail on it or if that's normally what they sell for. I didn't look it up, honestly. I was more worried about having the limited run on the Nightshade. And then basically, you know, I was willing to pay that extra bit for the to have the Ultem and the limited edition. And, you know, getting a light in there thrown in with it definitely helped. A little bit more on the light. So it is IPX8, 5-foot impact resistant. It does use a Cree XPG2 emitter. So you flashlight nerds out there, it's a pretty decent emitter for such a little bitty light. we'll do some night shots. I'll stick them in right here. All right, what's up? Here we are outside. I just came right out front here. It's actually pretty dark out here. The camera is making it look way brighter. It's really lighting up the sky out there. There is some lights, I'm guessing, from the closest city that is still lighting up the sky out that way. We do have a street light right here, but it is fairly dark here in the front yard, as you guys have usually seen. But here is the light on high. So the wife's car there is about 10 feet away. I'm about 5 feet off the ground here on my front porch. Road out there is, again, probably, you know, I don't know, 25 yards, give or take. You know, the pole out there is probably another 10 or 15 yards past that. So pretty good throw on this thing. And, you know, I was actually quite impressed. It does still have plenty of flood, like I said it would, just because of it being such a small emitter head. And then go into low here, 50 lumens. It really, the phone's really kind of, the camera's really kind of making it look brighter than it really is, but it is plenty bright. Of course, it's 50 lumens, so I mean, it's not a extremely dull light. There is a glow emitter around the flashlight itself, so that is really freaking cool. I didn't even know that until I just turned the light off here. Now we are going to go ahead and put on the diffuser, and we'll get to see that glow in here. So here it is glowing just from the lights on the inside. Let's go ahead and, so here it is with the diffuser. And you can see there, it's, I've got it just above the camera here. So it is lighting up everything around me. It's doing a really good job of doing that. So this would be really good. Here it is on low, so 5 hours of runtime off of this thing. This would light up a bedroom, light up a living room. Honestly, it's lighting up pretty good all the way around me. It would light it up enough for you to be able to see, and running 5 hours off of that with only a AAA battery is pretty daggone good. And there is your glow from this thing. So, all right, let's get back to the review table. And but yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote, guys. You know, like I said, we still have, or they still have some of these available. My link will be down below, so you can get this light. I do know there are various colors. I think there's black, green. I think those might actually be the only two colors. But I know when you look on their website, the Mini is shown with a black one. So I don't know if it just depends on which one you get, or if it's just kind of random what color you get. But you get either, and they're both, the Mini is $95 with the light, and then the full size is $99 with the light. Like I said, they are both still available at the time of filming this, so go check them out. Like I said, anything on CountyComm at all whatsoever, use code BE.EDC. It saves you 10%, helps out the channel, and you guys know with everything that I'm doing, anything I get kicked back from the channel goes right back into the channel. So as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Just remember to be kind, be humble, and be EDC. Y'all take care.